Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're actually now starting to see some people go and regret their PlayStation 5 Pro pre-order. Now, I'm not one of those people too, and I may actually make an in-depth video on this myself, that I'm actually pretty happy with my PS5 Pro pre-order. But when it comes to overall gaming community, some people think it's not worth it, some people think it's too expensive, and some people right now, even though they were kind of in the mix of the hype and trying to get their consoles, they may actually now be regretting it. Maybe thinking they already have a PS5, or as well they have a nice PC, or at the same time, it might just be a little bit more expensive on their end. Now, well, I do want to go and say, and I would actually love to hear your general thoughts and comments on everything down below. I'll go through all the comments myself, but I want to know if you guys are happy with it, excited for it, or if you guys are even like just kind of on the 50-50 yourselves. Because I myself, like I said, I'm pretty excited for it. I think it has some pretty good upgrades, and if you guys want me to do an in-depth video, I will. But it seems like some people are now kind of floating around and saying like, yeah, they don't really like it, and they're probably going to keep it, but they're like on that 50-50 side. So let's go talk about this, talk about the breakdown, and give my own insight on this one. And of course, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel and our second channel for the PS5 Pro giveaway. In case you guys regret it, I can just give you one for free. We also have both the Twitter accounts down below to go and follow. And of course, we're going to be live up on Twitch, hanging out and chilling for September if you guys want to down below. So like I said, give me all your thoughts as we dive on into it. So first and foremost, the console is kind of expensive. $700 costs a lot of money. You know, it's kind of rolling. It sucks. Like, it just is what it is. But in comparison to, say, PC, like a good PC, you will actually get pretty good specs for it. Run a lot of games at 4K 60 FPS, or at least really good, stable, consistent frames. And of course, too, as well, a lot of this type of stuff is kind of a good deal. It's good value. Kind of the same thing with the PlayStation VR 2, where all things considered, it was a very high-end VR headset. Very good specs with the OLED, the internals, and at the end of the day, it was actually brand new technology involved. And that's kind of how it is right now with the PSSR. But with all that kind of combined together, most people are not going to always be 100% willing to shell out the money for it. And once again, I'm okay with it. I'll do it. Like, I'm happy with my purchase, and I have no regrets with it, and same with the one we get to give out. But when it comes to this one, some people are not happy with it. So now we're seeing Tom's Guide having people say, I just pre-ordered the PS5 Pro and I will regret it, regret it, and here's why. This is why I kind of want to hear your thoughts down below, because I think most people are okay with it. They knew it was a bit of a small upgrade, and I kept on saying myself on the channel before it came out, if you don't have a PS5, get a PS5 Pro. If you don't have a good PC and you want to maybe play with games with your friends, Monster Hunter Wilds, GTA 6 when it comes out, get a PS5 Pro. If you already have a PS5 and a very nice end PC and you don't mind waiting for like a year or so to go get your games on Steam, then it's okay. You don't have to get one. It's like, it's an optional upgrade. You don't always need it. And I do want to say there isn't as crazy much FOMO too as well, because it's been readily mostly available. I think we have been seeing some rumors of it's kind of slowly selling out and kind of coming in out of stock or whatever. So there is demand there, like people want it, but it's crazy to go and see. And they're saying they may have committed to the Sony's new console for their own weird reason. So they're like, hey man, I went ahead, finally got my console, and despite the fact that I recently wrote that they were struggling to get excited for the PS5 Pro, funny enough, they still got it, which is funny. A month later, they've literally just pre-ordered the Sony supercharged model. So even when people are kind of skeptical on it, making tweets about it, I actually have seen a really big switch of like faith, where people I think are into PlayStation. They want to get their consoles, they're kind of vibing to as well. And they're saying even they themselves had this crazy whiplash of emotions. And at this point, they've actually committed to getting their PlayStation console. But after 24 hours so far, it's entirely on brand for them that they're actually kind of regretting and lamenting the decision they have for the console itself. Saying right now, they're basically being like, hey, like they're kind of making fun of themselves, saying that cancel the pre-order, you fool. And that's a pretty valid argument. But right now, the second two, I don't think it's that bad. No, actually, so I've kind of like obviously been doing the console videos, I'm sure you guys know, but I've seen some people who have a PS5 already, and they were just be moving their PS5 to their bedroom. And they're just going to go and have two consoles, the PS5 Pro in their main gaming hub, PS5 in the bedroom itself. And then I've also had some people who have never had a PlayStation, and they're finally jumping the gun and being like, let me go get a PS5 Pro. And some people are saying, hey man, I got no money, I'm not buying nothing, which is also totally okay. That's why we're doing a giveaway for all you guys. So thank you guys all for watching the videos. If you guys see like a YouTube ad or any sponsors we may do throughout the next few months, that's purely going just towards more giveaways for you guys. So thank you guys for supporting me. But yeah, people are like, hey man, they like this brand new tech and they want to get this console, and they're kind of weird. They have like a 4090, which is a god tier GPU, better than mine, and I'm a PC guy myself. So it's like, hey, they're kind of thinking like, why do you want this? And they're happy they got the pre-order, but they really want to have the 30th anniversary edition. And I think collectively, all of us, because there will be more drops for the 30th anniversary edition, I will let you guys know about it, like obviously for all you subscribers, but it is crazy to go and see this. because they're like, hey, I already have a nice PC, why am I getting the PS5 Pro? Who cares? I got the money, I'm gonna go and book it myself. But some of these people might be in the same boat as me. Like, they might just be tech guys and can make articles, and they put ads in the articles, and they make money off it, or they just like tech and they want to talk about it, whatever it might be. And actually, funny enough though too as well, they are saying that in the UK, it actually did sell it within 4 hours. So once again, there is like a little bit of that weird demand going on. And I actually want to go touch on that in a separate video too, because there is still demand. I think America is still mostly in stock too, but it's all there. But yeah, they're kind of thinking like, hey, like I got my lucky in, I got my vibe in, but do I want to cancel it because other people are sought after it and they want to get it? And there is still a lot of vibes for it. Now, like, we've kind of taught this on the channel a lot already, and they've already had the, you know, the 30th anniversary, which is absolutely just ridiculous too as well. But, and they also have even made fun of the Scalpers too, which is still a problem in the UK as top of that. So if you just want me to go over break that down, we can. But it sucks because some people are throwing up to like 10,000 euros, dude, on just this alone. Like, this is crazy, 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 crazy news for God knows why. And that was kind of funny too, because they're even saying almost like to stick it to the scalpers. That's the main reason why they even order their PS5 Pro, to deny at least one scalper from getting their predatory hands on one before they suck it in some lifetime fan to go and spend it. But it's crazy too, because they actually went, and this is the same person who might be regretting the PS5 Pro, which we'll get to that a little bit more in depth. But like, they're saying they spent over £150 to get the PS5 back in 2020. And I think this is their biggest issue. Because I think the PS5 Pro with the PSSR, the AI, the slightly better GPU, and I do think overall the console itself seems nice, and I don't think I'm regretting mine at all. But this is also someone who spent the equivalent of a PS5 Pro just to get a PS5. So they're like, I spent the normal price. I got my console day one, thank God, when I did it. That's why I started doing this YouTube channel to help people get their consoles, and obviously gaming news too as well. But like, for me, they already spent the money on a PS5 Pro 4 years ago. So obviously the value of what they got for their PS5 console to the PS5 Pro is going to be completely different. And that's, I think, a big issue, is that they have this article writer has this weird vibe. They have a nice PC, you might not be the target audience. So if you want to return it or get rid of it, that's totally fine. Like, it's not the biggest deal. And some people may regret it, and some people may return it, or whatever it might be. And they were like, yeah, the world was in a lockdown. They had disposable cash. They had a lot of government forced free time too as well, and they wanted to play Demon Souls. But that kind of leads into another issue of if people have, for whatever reason, issues with their consoles, they're having issues with brand new games, they have issues with overpaying, totally okay. But they're staying over here too, and there's a chance that they will keep their PS5, which is funny because this entire thing almost seems like rage bait, which is why, like, I'm even kind of getting a little bit like, buddy, like, this is on you. You know, I think they're at least self-aware, but like, bro, this is like, you made the decision, it's okay. And they are saying too that they're gonna probably even keep their PS5 Pro, even when they're saying they're already regretting it and they already have a nice PC. It's like, you are not the target audience, and you just want to get like a fancy tech, and that's okay. Like, people do that. I do that sometimes. Like, it's like buying a new iPhone. We have an iPhone 13. You don't need to, because your iPhone works. But sometimes you want the shiny gadgets, and sometimes you want the upgrade, and sometimes the battery life isn't the best. And that's kind of the vibe of what the PS5 Pro is. You get that slightly better graphics, you maybe have a better TV, like an 8K TV or whatever, all that kind of good stuff, and then the life and the vibe is good. So it's a bonus. It's a need, not a, like, it's a want, not a need. It's not a necessity. So that's okay. And they're like, you want to look at these cool games, and maybe they're waiting for some new games to come out, and all the old school games like Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man and Resident Evil may not be as good for them. But that's okay, because they're a PC user, so this is still not the main like demographic. Like, some people just don't have a PS5 already and they got a Pro and they're all happy with it, you know what I mean? And that's kind of a big deal. But they do have a lot of these 54 brand new Pro enhanced games, which is dope. And they're even saying too as well, like, even on the worst case, and they might regret it, they could still always just sell their console, sell their PS5 and put that towards, you know, $300 too as well, to put that towards the $700. So some people are okay spending $300 extra for the 4K in the next 3 or 4 years of gaming. And I'm one of those people too. I think some people are forgetting that you can just resell your PS5, give it to your brother, sister, little brother, nephew, whatever, or even sometimes GameStop will even go and do like a turn-in policy and hook people on up and kind of go from there. So that's a big thing to kind of go and note, you know. Like, it's not like the biggest deal, and it's okay if you just want to trade on in, or it's okay if you want to wait, and it's okay if you just want to wait like a year or so to see, or even wait for the PS6 or get a PC. Like, that's, I think, the big thing that I've noticed in this console like kind of back and forth over here is it's just all optional. You just do whatever you want. Don't yuck someone else's yams, because if they got a console and they're happy about it, it's not the world's biggest deal if they like it still, you know? Like, that's how I feel like gaming should be. You buy if you want, you don't get if you want. If I have a friend that has like a 2000 series GPU, which is a bit on the dated side, I'm not going to make fun of them or care as long as they can play the games they want with me. If I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds with someone on the PS5 or PS5 Pro and that's what they chose to do over PC, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. So in my mind, that's fine. But they're also saying too as well, they're like, was this a rash move? They have a good PC. They're going to have to go and say, and if what happens if they don't like it? They're just saying they're just not going to open it. They'll go sell it to one of their friends because apparently the stock is still hard in the UK, which we can cover up in a separate video. So subscribe for that. So I mean, like, at least they have options, but it just seems like, what is the point of it? Like, it just kind of seems like someone hating on someone enjoying it. I've seen a lot of people who have enjoyed their PS5 Pro console so far, and they're happy with the pre-order. Like, we'll see when it fully officially comes into their hands for sure. But like, at the end of the day, I think it's fine. Like, they just don't want to have scalpers, which I agree. Screw scalpers. I think it's maybe not smart for them to maybe have it locked on in case, and if they don't use it, they could turn towards someone else. Totally 100% okay with that. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think it's the world's worst idea. Some people may regret it, and it seems like some people are, but you can cancel your pre-order. Like they even said, you can also give it to a friend on retail value if for whatever reason it does sell out. And of course, as well, too, if you just even want to sell it on an eBay or whatever, as long as you're not scalping, you can still get that money back. So I don't know. I think the PS5 Pro seems cool. I like it. I think I'm not going to regret my purchase. And it's kind of funny because even throughout this article, it seems like they didn't even really regret their purchase too. If they're keeping it and they like it and they're kind of excited for it, it's like, it's kind of crazy, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's rage bait, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, if you want it, keep it. If you don't want it, that's totally fine. If you want to move to PC, I welcome you with open arms. PC guy. You want to save for the Switch too, you want to keep your PS5, whatever it might be, just make yourself happy. And I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. So give me your thoughts and comments on what you guys, if you guys are happy or not for your PS5 Pro pre-order, and let me know. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. I appreciate you guys all very much for watching. Definitely go and subscribe to both channels, the Twitter, and hang out on our Twitch stream tonight if you guys are bored for the PS5 giveaway and such. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.